Okay, today is the revision 0. Now, before we get to re-rolling, let's check out the revision 0. Already 100 recoil direction. My previous video, well, since a lot of you are saying that, well, you technically don't need full bore, you technically don't need full bore, or you're putting off ricochet rounds for no reason. This is the sole purpose of using elemental capacitor with Arc 3.0. I mean, maximize the range, maximize the range for 4 bursts. But if you switch to 2 burst round, well, there it goes. And then suddenly, if you want to switch to void, the problem is you get some stability. You get stability for it, but you still will get 100 stability if you re-avoid. But handling is the problem. So right now, I'm just gonna go and re-review this weapon, I guess. I guess it's time to review the weapon again once more. This time as crafted. So as you can tell, let's see without, let's see without, or let's just put up like this for example. Let's see just without it. Just without anything in general. Everything in general. Okay? Okay, surely. It takes up 1,000 of my reshapes. So let's see. Alright, so this was the revision 0 previously. This is before it was fully updated. Okay. Recoil directions is 85, which means there is a way to make it guaranteed 100% recoil direction. So previously we have Fleeting Frenzy, Composite Reloader, Moving Target, etc, etc. We are always going to get 100 range if we switch to 2 burst rounds mainly, but this time it's better than ever. So we can just go back to recrafting the revision 0. As you all know, recoil directions 80 is 85. There is a way to just there is a perfect perk if at the 4th column that you always wanted to have with this one. Fitted stock. With fitted stock, it's a guaranteed increased stability. It moderately controls the recoil. Let me change the burst. Well, first off, let me change the burst to 4 burst round, so that way it's more accurately displayed for the reshape. So now that we're at Hunter Trace final shape, there's fitted stock will grant us immediate 100 recoil direction. And by 100 recoil direction, it goes up. It not just increases our recoil direction, but it also moderately controls recoil. Slightly decreased handling though, but it don't matter. We got plenty of barrel perks to pick as. And speaking of plenty of barrel perks to pick as, we all know the number 1 pick for the revisions 0. Number 1 pick. The 3rd column, PvP, elemental capacitor, basically the best. PvE, the best is always Vorpal weapon. I would highly recommend it. The catalyst though, 4 times charm sounds cool for PvE. It is Yeah, I'm tongue twisted. Forgive me. It's always good for PvE. I would not recommend feeding the frenzy. Because outlaw is just better overall as in my opinion, the 2nd best perk in the game, or the 2nd best catalyst for the revision 0. Because you're basically gonna get precision kills after precision kills. It's basically there's no downside. I mean, I would highly suggest pressurized refit, just for improved stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower, but I don't know. In my opinion, I like outlaw refit in my opinion because precision kills greatly decrease the reload speed, which decreases the use of needing elemental capacitor on solar. So So these two, in my opinion, best perks for PvP and PvE, in my opinion. But we all know that pressurized refit is the best catalyst for this weapon. Not only improving its stability and accuracy as your magazine gets lowered. There. So Kosu rifling. So the problem is our handling is pretty much trash at this point. If we were to go with elemental capacitor, ricochet, I can see ricochet being good here, but um, and plus fluted barrel. Flute barrel is also good if we want to have some insane, handling. We could just finalize shape this weapon for now. We all know is fit stock and refit is the best currently right now. So I'm on void. So let's do this again. Refit to 0. So first off, the barrels, or should I say the second column? The second column, well, we can easily max out the stability with ricochet rounds. So this brings us to 100 stability if you are in 4 burst rounds. The barrel perks previously I have 4 bore on purpose, but I just realized that hey, we run 100 stability meta. I mean, 100% stability. I mean, 100 resilience meta. So I figured it's the best perk for this one is either flute. Is either small bore. Basically, small bore ricochet rounds is basically like the best pick for this one. And so small bore ricochet rounds and it seems like the best in my opinion. And then for Arc 3.0, you just maximize the handling. If you're wearing Arc subclass, you get fast handling and quick stability. There's no point of having changed the compensator just because of moderate increased stability, moderate control recoil. But with Hammer Forge rifling is also good too. But I think the best, without having the penalty to stability, but I think the best overall, in my opinion, is just small bore ricochet rounds and elemental capacitor with pressurized refit. The alternative for this catalyst is outlaw, so this is my opinion, the true god roll. This should make up the video from yesterday that I reviewed, and I'm sorry if you're hearing the noise from the background. And without ado, let's pressurize refit the weapon, or finalize shape the weapon, I would say.